looking spicy corn. It's so amazing, so delicious, and totally beautiful. Just look at this and tell me if it's not tempting. So let's see what we'll need to make all this delicious goodness. So to make spicy corn, we'll need these ingredients. We have salt according to taste, chili as much as you need, butter, I've taken 2 tablespoons, chaat masala as much as you want, and lemon juice 2 tablespoons. I've taken 2.5 tablespoons of chaat masala because it's really delicious. It is spicy corn after all. We have chili flakes and oregano. I'm not adding this much. You can add as much as you want and as less as you want. Water and the main ingredient, corn. So let's see and let's start the recipe. So we'll start by adding our corn inside. This is frozen corn. Add it properly. Inside. Okay. Now we'll add a little bit of our water. We don't want much right now. Don't add all of your water right now. This was just to melt the ice. Now we'll add a little more water. Okay, now all the ice is melted. You can see. If you want, you can add a little more of your corn if you think it's too less. I think this much water is enough. If you think it's getting too less or it's too much, you can adjust it. Next, we're gonna start by adding. First, we'll separate our corn from the water like this, and then we'll add a little bit of our chaat masala. We don't want to add all of it. I'm only taking a part of it. Next, we'll mix it properly. If you do it like this first, this took the chaat masala's taste was mixed. All of the chaat masala's taste was mixed into the water. By separating it like this, you can see the taste also gets inside the corn. Now we'll add the rest of it and mix it in the corn first, and now properly in the fully. Now don't go on the color, it's gonna be delicious. Next we'll add our chili powder and mix it really well. Now for the salt. Like I said, you can add the salt according to your taste. Now we'll add the butter. The butter is really important in this recipe. You can substitute the butter for ghee or a little bit of oil, but the butter works best. So mix it really well. Now we're gonna add the lemon juice. Little by little. We don't want to add all of it at the same time. If you have a doubt on how it tastes, you can just take a little bit of out from your spatula and tasting it. I think it's still missing a little bit of lemon juice. I'll take the rest of my lemon juice. In this recipe, I took 2 tablespoons of lemon juice in total. This looks so delicious. What an amazing smell. Now we'll just close the lid for a little while. Only let it cook for 1 minute. Then we'll add the oregano and the chili flakes. So it's been a minute and it's starting to bubble. Take off the lid. What a smell. It's so delicious. We'll start by adding the oregano. You can add as much as you want, as little as you want. It's all up to you. Let's mix it really well. Don't add too much oregano. Also, we're also gonna need the oregano for garnishing too. It's gonna be delicious. Next, let's take the chili flakes. I'm not adding too much chili flakes in this because we've already added too much chili. I think that's just about it. Yep, not much. Okay, let's keep it back inside and mix it. The trick in making the perfect sweet spicy corn is to keep mixing, and we have to keep the lid on too. When you see that there's a lot of evaporation happening inside the lid, and when you can clearly see that the corn is bubbling through the evaporation, through the condensation of the water, you can understand that it's time to open the lid and stir. And then after stirring for about a few seconds, you can put the lid back on and wait. In total, we need to wait around 2 to 3 minutes. This whole recipe takes about 5 minutes and it's totally delicious. Now you can clearly see that the water inside is boiling and bubbling. Open the lid, mix it. Each time you open the lid, you can smell this amazing smell, this aroma. To check that if your corn is done or not, take your corn and squeeze it. If you can squeeze it properly, you can understand that your corn is done. Like this, squeeze it. If you're not able to understand by squeezing it, try putting it into your mouth. If you think it's really soft, it means your corn is done. I think it still needs to cook. Let's put the lid back on and wait. So let's try doing this again. Ooh, that looks so good. I think it's just about done by now. Let's check it. Oh, that's and it seems that it's done. Okay, so I've turned off the flame. We don't need it to cool down. You can serve it hot, and let's just take it off the flame and then we'll serve it. So I'm serving it now. Wow, the smell is just spreading through the kitchen. It smells so delicious, so tempting, and simply amazing. When you make it yourself, you'll understand why you need to compliment this so much. And trust me, when you eat this, you're gonna love it. Now, time for some garnishing. So I'm just simply garnishing it with a little bit of chili. It is spicy corn after all. A little more on this one. And we're not just gonna stop with the chili, you know. Let's add a little bit of oregano on top. Now that is delicious. Just look at this. Tell me if this doesn't look tempting to you. So you can see how amazing this turned out. I'm sure you want to make it yourself. Wow, looks simply amazing. And if you made this, please tell us about it in the comments. Like this video and please subscribe to our channel.